It's weird that Friday to Monday is kind of weird, instead of Thursday to Sunday. It's like,
Is that real?
Yep.
That's the show?
Yep. Hell yeah.
Hey, it is Picks Central, where we talk gambling every single day. Sports gambling with... You look tired. You okay?
I'm tired.
It is Brandon Walker. To my right is Marty Mush. To my left, Big Ev. To my further left, Ben Mintz. As we determine how many fat guys can you fit in a small podcast room at barstoolsports.com.
You got like 4.5?
You giving yourself the half, or you just think we all contribute to the half?
Marty was the
I
half.
feel like I'm there.
Well, that'd
Marty
be
was
3.5.
I'm right here.
The four of us.
Oh, TJ's also fat. Okay, all
Yeah.
right. So everybody's.
TJ's a friend. It was just implied. I don't know.
No, you're not.
I am fat.
Okay, good.
I'm also here.
Yeah, you're here. You're
Yeah.
fat and
Yeah,
you're here.
I'm sorry for giving our producer credit. He is in the room.
Right, you're
Yeah.
fat and you're here. I'm fat and I'm
Sure am.
here. Ben Mintz fat and is here. So what's your problem?
factual
Marty's the half.
information?
Marty was the
Staff.
half.
I'm sorry.
Marty looks a little run down, so he must have been celebrating that Duke bit all night last night.
That was tough. Also, Archie Miller, Dunzo.
Is he
Yeah,
Out.
he got fired.
at Indiana?
Out. Yep.
Izzo, or you think Patino's going there? That's what I've heard.
Patino.
Oh.
I don't think you can hire Patino if you're Indiana. Can you? Patino still got some stink on him.
Be fun.
They love their
He's
basketball in
the
Indiana.
Patino goes to Iona in the tournament now.
I know. I mean, he's obviously a great coach, but it feels like he's still got a lot of stink on him.
Oh,
And
he has so much stink on him. At this point,
Is Indiana basketball kind of like, is it like Nebraska football, who they're just going to cling to their glory years forever and never really make it back?
I could see Indiana basketball making it back more
Before
than
Nebraska football?
For sure.
Maybe like Tennessee football. Maybe that's a more
I also
apt
think it's in
comparison.
basketball. I think it's much easier to make it.
Yeah, because you only have to hit on a couple recruits, and you don't have to hit on like 30.
Because in football, it's tough where it's like Nebraska, they can make this big run. They're not going to be better than Ohio State. And that's
Right.
not even me being the Ohio State fan. That's just
Right.
the powers that be.
Correct,
It's just what it
yeah.
is.
So Indiana job is open. Okay, there's your
Indiana
first major
job's
job
open.
open, right?
Yep, it's exciting.
What do you think the Duke job may come open?
Absolutely not. First of all, there's going to be two teams that end the season on a win. One of those will be Duke.
Actually, there'll be 3 teams.
The NIT doesn't count.
It
counts.
It very much counts. If Duke's win
Is
counts,
Ole Miss going to NIT?
And State.
and
That's
We got
sad.
We're in
Final
the same
Four
bracket.
battle.
But isn't
Final
Ole Miss
Four
a,
battle coming.
Isn't Ole Miss a replacement team?
We're
Yes.
number 4 though.
Yeah.
So I mean,
They would
the way
have to
things
be.
the way things are going. I mean, you never
yeah, they're
know.
the 4th alternate.
It's
It
crazy.
actually-
Louisville isn't in the tournament. It's fucking nuts.
It is. There are some things that are a little wild about this tournament and this bracket. I think
seeding's
some of the
weird.
seed is a little weird. And then I didn't think Louisville. I guess they were on the bubble. I thought they were just comfortably in and looking back at the bubble.
I
too.
think I know why they didn't get in.
Oh, okay.
I think they looked at the conferences, and they thought we can't put more teams from the ACC than in the Big 12.
But
I think that had something to do with it. I really do.
I almost think that they should have gotten in over like Syracuse. Like, I'm not even saying just because of another ACC team.
I think Syracuse is because I think with these teams too, they look at how much of kind of like that's why they care about like the big wins, like how much of a threat you are. Me personally, I'd much rather play Louisville than Syracuse. That's
Yeah.
me personally.
Really?
I think so. I think Syracuse is more capable of making like a run. Like I think they're more capable of winning.
I think that's
say
just
2 games.
bias of like because they have before and like Louisville.
Yeah, but Louisville has too, though.
Well, that didn't count in 2013.
I just think
but,
this
like,
this Louisville team just doesn't. They just don't really do it for me. They just
They
don't
can't
impress me.
shoot.
I don't think
Jones
Cuse can
I
get
guess when you,
hot.
when you
Like-
make that argument, though, I don't think Louisville or Syracuse do it for me. I think they're kind of the same team. Just both seem like they skated on their name a
But
little
Duke
bit.
literally took Louisville out then because since
Yeah.
Syracuse beat NC State.
I
and
was
then
wondering how
Louisville
you were going to make
lost.
this about Duke.
I don't want to talk about them because yesterday crushed me because I actually got duped.
That was
That's
true.
hilarious.
That was true fan delusion.
Yeah.
Like that was like you really thought that. See, and that's where that like we've talked about that Rico isn't like a full like Duke fan anymore. But that was him being realistic, like biting the joke, because you're not one to get like just duped like that. Like
No.
you were duped.
Yeah, because also
That's
Rico
delusion.
was actually like I he didn't get duped. He was like, "Wait, really?" He believed
He bought it too. He bought it too. Yeah, and then he called you a stupid idiot when he was eating. No,
I don't think
Rico was on the hook too. Rico was on.
I don't like
He
the way
said,
he reacted.
if
He had a little bit of like he was like, "No way!" Like he kind of had that like he wasn't.
Yeah, but he was like, "Oh fuck,
But
that's
he was
what
like,
it
"Wait,
was."
really?" He
Yeah.
said, "Wait, really?" I was like, "All right, you definitely."
Rico was hooked too.
I didn't think. I don't know. I guess my take from the video, I didn't think he bought it. Like the way when he said like the way he said "no way," he had that little bit of like for real.
All right, how deep into the brackets has everybody gone so far? So what I do is I love to selection show. I like to write out brackets, and then I do a one run through. So I've done one run through, but it's not my official Final Four until I put it online somewhere. So I've got a Final Four. Have you guys all progressed to the Final Four?
I've not yet. I've been doing research on the smaller school teams I don't know about.
I'm focused on all the first round matchups. I haven't even really filled a bracket.
Y'all know we do a gambling show.
I hate Brandon's Final Four. I'll tell you.
But
that.
I'm saying, I'm working on the first game. I'm not focused on championship game. We got to get by
I know, but
game
Before we get into the Final Four, let's talk about how easy Gonzaga's road is.
I think Gonzaga has the easiest road.
No question.
I think,
love
but
Tank, by
then
the
again,
way.
they are the number one overall seed. So that's what is happening.
Hopefully, Tank's okay. In the hospital.
Shout out Tank.
Yes.
Shout out Frank the Tank.
But Tank was throwing out some. He was throwing out some. Gonzaga has the hardest road. He said Baylor has the easiest. Baylor plays UNC in the second round.
Sab Rossi says, "Haha, this show's officially become Walk the Line." I don't.
Just
It's
because
the
we're in
same
the
people.
studio.
It's the same people that's always been on. The radio studio is just absolutely stripped naked right now.
What's going on with that?
They painted over the mural, so that mural is just gone.
oh no shit!
Yeah. You had to walk. It's right.
I knew they were doing something. I didn't realize they fully painted over it.
Yeah, it's gone. It's
I was
just a
on
gray
the
wall
mural.
there now.
It's a shame.
Just like this wall. That's what that wall looks like. So the mural is gone. I think we'll all be in these studios for maybe a week.
Apparently, that's supposed to take 2 days.
2 days? We could be in there Wednesday?
Apparently,
I don't see how that's
going
going to take 2 days.
Me neither, but that's what
I mean,
was
because
told this
they've
morning.
taken out everything. They've taken out the desk too, right? Is the desk still there?
The desk is in the control room, but they're taking out the one that's in that where you guys sit.
So everything that is happening is so 2 days. We think by Wednesday we'll be back in the studio in a brand new refurbished studio.
I saw like a rundown of what they're planning on doing, and they said Wednesday should be like.
Because can I say something right now to you guys? I don't like this at all.
No, I hate
This-
it.
No, not a
You're too
fan.
close. You're
too close.
You're way
It's
too
also
close.
We got a
gonna
lot
get
of people
very
in-
hot in here. After.
This
Very hot.
there's way
We got
too
a lot
much
of people
man
on the
meat
show,
for one
too.
room.
Yeah.
I don't like looking at
Yeah.
us either.
These bright lights, we're gonna smell like bacon in like 5 minutes.
I could turn the lights off.
Yeah, turn them off.
I don't know. I think we needed the lights.
Oh wow.
Not all of them.
Might need the lights on.
Wait.
I think that's all right.
About halfway. Yeah, that's good. That's good lighting.
I think it's a little better.
Is this our logo? Has this always been our logo?
I made that this morning.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
job.
It's always been.
Thanks.
But that's always This
Is the logo, but I made
Yeah,
that
you made the
specific
background.
graphic
Yeah.
today.
I have that tattooed on my right ass cheek.
Why?
What? What do you mean?
You have
Why?
all your shows tattooed?
All my shows. Yeah, it goes all the way down my
Let's say that's a lot of
from my right cheek all the way down my leg. I'm gonna start working on. I have a left cheek show coming next week. All right. So what else we got? All right, we got the tournament. We're gonna dive into the brackets. We're gonna talk about all that. I do want to. Can you just take a guess at the Final Four?
Sure.
So as we talk about, the teams and the paths, let's talk about one non-March Madness thing because I don't want to forget about it. It is a very key thing, especially for one of the guys here. Drew Brees has retired. Drew Brees, we all thought he was going to retire. He waited until the anniversary of the day he signed with New Orleans, I believe 15 years ago. So Drew Brees, one Super Bowl win down there in New Orleans, a couple of NFC title game appearances, but one of the all-time greats. He officially he can't go down now as the all-time leading touchdown passer because Tom Brady's
Yeah,
going to.
now he's ceding the record.
He's ceding the record. But Drew Brees is retired. Mincy, it affects you more than it affects me. What's up?
Well, it's one of those things where a lot of the suspense is gone because, everybody knew he was going to retire. 15 years, a long time. I thought it was cool that he retired on the same day he signed 15 years later. I enjoyed the announcement with his children. And what I want to say is this. There's going to be a major announcement regarding Drew Brees in New Orleans at 5:04 today. Got a little announcements on the Twitter coming. I got a little plan here for this.
5:04.
Because it's no area code. So I'm doing an announcement at 5:04
So what you're
today.
saying is you have an announcement about this or Drew Brees has an announcement?
I have an announcement that pertains to Drew Brees retiring and Barstool.
It's an announcement or a statement?
It's an announcement.
What are you? Are you?
Could be some
are you
gear.
signing?
Could be some gear.
Oh, so gear. Okay.
Could-
You're not signing with the Saints.
No,
to replace him.
unfortunately, I'm not.
That would be
but-
incredible.
They'd give him 180 mil.
That'd be a great.
And they'd void the contract the next day to save salary cap space.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, what a run by Brees, though. I mean, broke all the passing yards records.
I'm happy
The-
he retired.
Yeah, no, it needed to end, though.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say that. Like, everything that's supposed to have been said has been said and then some about this. You know, everybody already knew he was going to retire, etc. He probably held on maybe a year too long, maybe. Either
Yeah.
way, still a great year. But when you look at everything he did for New Orleans, especially after Katrina, it's, you know, even though that was all a long time ago, it can't be forgotten.
Would you rather go into 2021 with Taysom Hill starting or Jameis Winston
Jameis
starting?
Winston.
Jameis Winston for sure.
For sure.
Not even a question.
Not even. The Hill thing, I think he's a winner and he's very talented, but I just feel like that's a gimmick that can't last the whole season. And can he stay healthy running that much? Winston, I believe in second chances. I think him with Sean Payton and, you know,
LASIK eye surgery.
yeah, LASIK. He's vegan diet, got married.
I don't like the vegan diet thing.
That's never
Well, either
Makes
way,
it brittle.
I don't like the vegan. You know, Cam Newton's career went to the shits when he. became
Jameis
a
is only
vegan.
27.
Luck.
He's only
A lot
27,
of
so
guys,
I think Jameis is the move.
I don't want to. I don't understand being a football player and going vegan diet. First of all, you're rich. You can eat whatever meat you want in the world. You don't start eating vegetables. If you're rich, eat whatever.
There was
Yeah.
a clip of Ocho Cinco and Brandon Marshall going at it and saying how Ocho Cinco was saying, like, I never got hurt. You always got hurt because you ate that good. Like, you ate, like, vegan shit. And he's like, I ate McDonald's all the time. I didn't get hurt once. I was actually like, I don't think you should eat McDonald's, but, I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Imagine being rich and just eating the best cut of meat every single day.
It just sounds fantastic.
It sounds fantastic. And imagine
Have a personal chef,
I
probably.
give you $100 million, and tomorrow you decide, you know what? I'm going to have lettuce from now on. Where are these guys' priorities?
What a fucking idiot. I
What
don't
a
believe
fucking
that.
idiot!
It's kind of
I'm
funny.
the track
Ocho
record
Cinco
on, like,
never got hurt.
vegan and injuries has been kind of crazy.
Yes.
Luck, Cam Newton. Mm-hmm. You just said someone else too.
it was T.O., right?
T.O. Brandon Marshall.
Brandon
Yeah.
Marshall. Okay, so back to the tournament.
I got my Final Four.
You
now.
got your Final Four just in
Yes.
your mind. Good.
I can guarantee you
So,
both have one of the same ones.
Well, I've told you from the start that
I hate them.
Gonzaga is going to win the national title. That is my choice to win the national title. I'm not changing. They do have the easiest road. I think they got the road befitting. There was a sneaky Final Four team in there that I'm scared is going to get sacrificed. I thought Virginia could get hot and make a run, but they're in there with Gonzaga. So let me ask a couple of questions about the bracket, okay? How many 1 seeds do you see making it to the Final Four? Well, I think we've had one time, 2008, where all 4 number 1 seeds made it. That was Memphis, Kansas, UNC, and somebody else. UCLA. Do all 4 number 1 seeds make it? Can you see that happening this year?
I can't see that.
I don't.
Okay. How many number 1 seeds, Ben Mintz, do you think you see getting through this thing?
I think 3 could make it. It's
Yeah.
2 or 3. I mean, I think the ones are really, really strong this year.
I don't know that.
Although the Baylor and Michigan are both kind of fading.
I think
They made the momentum's not there.
I think the strength of this tournament is between the numbers 5 and 25. Like the top 4 have earned their number 1 seeds, but I don't really see. I really do feel like Baylor has peaked. Baylor getting beat in the Big 12 championship. I think Michigan has peaked. I don't know that they're as strong as we thought they were 2 months ago.
Well, that also depends if Livers plays.
It does. It very much does. And Illinois has just come out of nowhere to be apparently the best team in the country over the last month.
They turned it on.
So they're peaking at exactly the right time. Do they continue this run and get on through? I think the 2 strongest number 1 seeds are Gonzaga and Illinois.
I agree with you, but I also don't think Illinois can win it all.
Illinois got screwed by Oklahoma State getting underseeded. How the hell are they a 4?
I also want to reach. I think they can win it. I don't think they will.
Who? Oklahoma State or Gonzaga?
Illinois.
Illinois. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I think they can win it.
Yeah, I said they can, but I don't think they will.
Here's an interesting thing about Illinois is Illinois, number 1 seed, obviously. In that second round, they could have a matchup with Loyola Chicago. Now, Loyola Chicago's mixed up with Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech's as hot as anybody right now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So that's a tough break for Loyola Chicago because they have to play Georgia Tech, and you know they want to get a shot at Illinois. But a second-round game, Illinois-Loyola Chicago is incredible.
I got to ask one thing about what the hell the committee's doing. Do they not even look at the conference tournaments? How does Georgia Tech get a 9 and LSU gets an 8 and Oklahoma State gets a 4? Clemson gets a 7? What the hell are they watching?
Florida got a 7 over LSU.
Yeah, but it's like literally, it's like they've decided it before. Like it's kind of like the Heisman voting thing. How everybody used to turn them in early. It's like the committee had already decided before the conference tourneys. This doesn't even matter.
I mean, Florida State.
It's BS.
Is a scary 4.
I think Kansas is a very weak 3.
Yeah,
I was surprised they got 3.
They were playing really well at the end of the year, though.
I guess they were.
COVID, obviously.
I just remember, and I know Oklahoma's gone in the tank, but I remember like two or three, maybe a month ago, Kansas and Oklahoma, very, very, very similar teams. I don't think there's 5 seeds difference. One's a 3 and one's an 8.
Oklahoma really had a bad schneid, though.
They have fallen up, and they're kind of fell in the same boat too that Ohio State did for a little. Obviously, they bounced back and got some wins, where their losses were like good losses.
Let me give first of all,
They lost to Oklahoma State twice. They lost to, I think, they lost to Kansas, obviously in the conference tournament.
let me give Big Ev credit and almost give myself credit. You had Georgia Tech to win the
Cash it, 10 to
ACC
1,
tournament.
cash it.
Didn't you have Texas too, or did you have Oklahoma State?
I had a Oklahoma State. I had the bench mob.
Okay, all right.
Good bet.
It was a good bet. It was Texas Tech or Oklahoma State to win plus 600.
So you had Georgia Tech 10 to 1 to win the ACC.
Yes.
Got a little lucky that they got to skip around, but that's what happens.
They knocked out Florida State.
But
That's
he
what
also
happens.
had Duke 50 to 1 and got unlucky.
And then I got this fucking close.
Ohio State.
This close. Ohio State
you were
7
on
to
it.
1.
I'm telling you, Ohio State's bracket is set up very nicely for them.
I
hate them in this tournament. I don't know why. I think they shouldn't have gotten a 2.
What are you talking about?
What are you
You're also
talking
the guy
about?
that thought Duke was in the tournament.
What are you talking about?
But how are you going to say they shouldn't have been a 2?
Oklahoma State should have been a 2 over them.
Because of
Ohio
what?
State was very.
They should have been a 3. Well, I'm not saying they're fucking. Like, it's not crazy to say they should
I
have
think
done a
that's
3.
crazy.
Ohio
Why?
State-
Because they lost in the fucking Big Ten tournament.
No,
They were
we have
bad.
better wins than they do.
Than Oklahoma State.
Yes.
They beat fucking Baylor.
We beat Michigan and fucking Illinois. We beat 2-1 seeds.
Oklahoma State swept
Iowa, a
Texas
2
Tech
seed.
like that. It's
Texas
like,
Tech is a 6.
dude, I'm telling you, Oklahoma State has a better resume than Ohio State.
No, they don't.
I don't
Well, I don't know
understand
what I'm gonna say.
how's West Virginia get a 3 when Oklahoma State went there,
Exactly.
beat them without
I agree.
Cunningham.
I agree. They were
And beat 'em
underseeded,
again.
but
Isolated good too.
I think Oklahoma State has a great resume. I think Ohio State has a great resume.
Okay.
So it's I think they ran out of room on the 2 seed line. I think that's
no,
all.
I
that
agree.
happened.
They shouldn't have been a 4. They should have at least been a 3. Them beating West Virginia twice in a row and getting seated below them, great.
Ohio State's fucking first 2 games are easy.
Yeah, that beat
I
Which
think
is
they're easy.
leads
Like,
to my
if you're
point.
talking-
It's opened up. It opened up very well to us. That was the point I made.
if you're
I
talking-
like our chances in the bracket.
If you're talking 2 seeds,
No, yeah, I know, and I still think that I don't think they're gonna get to the Final Four. I don't think.
if you're talking 2 seeds and you want to get Oklahoma State on that 2 seed line, I think you lose Houston. I don't think you lose Ohio State.
Yeah, Houston's
That's
way
fair.
overvalued
That's fair
for
too.
fucking.
I think that's more than fair. Oklahoma
I don't
State
like
won.
them
They
either.
beat 6 ranked teams in 19 freaking days. It's
Oklahoma-
never been done before.
And Oklahoma
I know.
State is in the same bracket as Houston. So I'll just say it. I don't know how to craft this. I burped. I don't know how to craft this discussion. My first run through Final Four again doesn't get fully. TJ, did you yawn just now? You
No,
okay?
I was taking a deep
There's
breath.
another team that
Deep
shouldn't
breath.
be in the tournament.
What? You're out of your mind.
By the way,
Fucking Rutgers.
They play Clemson. That's the worst. That may be the worst
I
NCAA
don't know if you
tournament
can see
game
this.
I've seen in a
I
long time.
am
that's the Sweet 16, and that's Rutgers.
jacked up about our draw.
That's a sweet. I think you have a great draw.
Yeah.
They
I
do.
think, I think
For a
Rutgers.
10
Houston's
seed,
a fraud.
The
Ru-
10
Clem-
seed is the best
So is Rutgers.
scenario. We can
Clemson's
do.
a fraud, and Rutgers and Houston. I think Rutgers has a phenomenal
I
draw.
think you guys are like diminishing Houston way too much.
Probably.
You
But
are.
I think if
I
you're
know
com-
they played a bad conference, but like they're still really fucking good.
I'm just not drinking their Kool-Aid.
But if you were playing a 2 seed, which one would you choose?
Right.
I'd pick Houston for
Yeah.
sure, but I still think Houston is better than Rutgers.
I guess we'll find out.
I got
Hopefully.
Ohio State
Yeah,
making
win the
it.
first game.
Right, yeah,
first,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I got
exciting.
number 2 seed Ohio State winning that bracket. I got him rolling through Oral Roberts and then Vatek through Texas Tech, which is probably the toughest game, and then beating until they get to Baylor, of course. I got Baylor, Ohio State meeting the Elite Eight. Ohio State winning that bracket. I got Illinois beating West Virginia in the Midwest. I don't like how chalky my bracket is, especially this one. I got Zags beating Iowa, Gonzaga beating Iowa to go to the Final Four in the West, and then I got Texas Longhorns beating LSU in the Elite Eight to go to the Final Four.
Wow, LSU, you jumping on LSU that much?
I
This
think
weekend?
Michigan's in trouble. I think LSU they've got no conscience about them. They'll just go out. They've got scores. If Livers is out, Michigan is in bad trouble. Now the best thing Michigan's got going for them is LSU could run up against a tricky St. Bonaventure team and get tripped.
That's the kind of game I worry about them too, because they're coming off that SEC tournament run and they're thinking about Michigan ahead. Maybe they don't respect them.
Yeah.
You gotta worry about LSU a little bit though. Their defense is one of the worst defenses in the country.
It's gotten better though. It's gotten better over the last
played hard.
month.
They played really hard.
It has, but still, like I don't know. I still think Michigan. I mean, that's a tough. That's not a matchup
Honestly,
you want.
I think no matter who wins that game, that second game for Michigan's a problem because even Bonaventure, like that guy Oshunye, like he that's when you talk about like matchups in the tournament, he can match up with Dickinson legitimately.
I think if I'm saying Bonaventure, I want to be seated higher. Like I don't know what higher means. I'm saying like 10 and up.
Yeah, so then you don't have to play a one.
Technically lower.
But that's you even see the point spread. It's like a 1-2 point spread already. Like that's going to be a tough second game for Michigan regardless.
Well, the strength of this bracket again is in the strength of the entire tournament. I look at a lot of 8 and 9 and 7 seeds that I think are really good. Like 7-seeded UConn is dangerous.
UConn Bama is going to be unbelievable.
I've got UConn beating Bama in the second round.
Me too.
Second, UConn at 7 is very dangerous. I just look all the way up and down the list. I think Oregon at 7 is dangerous for Iowa.
Yeah,
very. I think these 7 seeds are absolutely. Of course, Florida's not, and then Clemson's not. I don't think, but these 7, these 8s, these 9s, these 10s are probably as dangerous to these top seeds as they've ever been. And
the biggest and everyone's biggest upset, I already know that people are going to love Georgetown over Colorado, and I think that's the stupidest one.
I get you.
I think everyone's going to be so excited
I have
about
Georgetown beating Colorado.
I don't think it's stupid.
I'm not saying stupid, but it's like I think everyone's mind's like, all right, Georgetown just won the Big East. They're so hot. Colorado just lost their 12-5 game against fucking Oregon State, pretty much.
Yeah. I think it's more like, see, for me, like my first was just looking at all the lines, and there's some lines that stand out that are short. And
this is a gambling show. Go ahead and give us some.
And Georgetown was definitely one of them.
What's Colorado favored by?
4.5, 5.
I think I love San Diego State. I don't.
Everybody's going to be on Syracuse bandwagons.
Yeah, I love San Diego State.
That's fun. Yeah.
What's the line on that?
The ones that stood out to me.
I don't remember.
The Winthrop stood out to me.
Yeah.
Against Villanova. UC Santa Barbara stood out to me against Creighton. That I think they're sneaky.
Okay.
I watched them that midnight game. They look good.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So the 12-5 is always the sexy upset pick. There's one every year, right? The 12-5s are UC Santa Barbara against Creighton, Georgetown against Colorado, Winthrop against Villanova, which is my personal choice for the upset, and then
Oregon State, Tennessee.
Which
I could see there.
Which I think Tennessee is ripe for an upset. Tennessee at 5 is
how about Oregon State? Beating Oregon. I mean, what a run they had in that conference.
Oregon State was projected to be last in the conference,
and they beat pretty much. They went through all like the best teams.
The best teams, yeah.
I
mean, if I told you
them catching 7.5, I think it's a
if
steal.
I told you Georgetown, Oregon State, and Georgia Tech's going to win their conference, you'd say I'm the biggest moron. Yeah, it's crazy.
Georgia Tech was a tournament team before, though, right? They didn't
need to win.
But I think they won the ACC and they're a 9.
Like I said, I don't think the tournaments matter to see. I really don't.
So they should have been the 7, not Clemson.
Yeah. Yes, especially winning
it. It's like Georgia
yes.
Tech, Rutgers. Then you'd be like, all right, like that's like a good game, which I think Georgia Tech probably would have been a favorite.
Still
in that
think
game.
Can we just stop?
Like Rutgers is a favorite.
Can we just stop real quick and just appreciate what we're talking about?
Exactly.
Like last night was literally one of the happiest times I've had in the last year because since I was 8 years old, I used to draw this bracket out, and it used to be Jim Nance, and now it's Greg Gumbel, would go down through, and I would just write down everyone, and I would have it. I used to have it on 4 sheets of paper. I would tack it up on the fridge, and I would update it in real time. But now, just sitting there with my pen and them telling me the picks or telling me the brackets, I got goosebumps. We got an NCAA tournament, boys. We're back. We're fucking back.
And the crazy part is that we still have today and tomorrow that Kansas, Virginia, all these teams could actually not be a part of the tournament.
Oh, don't.
No,
I know you're right. I know you're right.
They switch.
It's what, tomorrow by 6 p.m.?
Tomorrow by 6 p.m. They could all switch, and Louisville could just get in.
But it's great, like the way they got it set up. So Louisville is the first alternate, right? If Baylor goes out, Louisville's the number 1 seed. Louisville has that line.
Think about
house to the penthouse.
But a real possibility, like right now, is like
Virginia
being playing for Louisville being a 4 or Louisville being a 3 against Eastern Washington against Kansas.
So, following you guys' show, Bench Mob, there's a couple teams that I know that you guys love. Eastern Washington being one of them, or at least Rico
loves
Eastern
Washington.
Washington. So, when I look at the bracket and I see Eastern Washington, I'm like, that triggers in my head. Should I pick them? Is Eastern Washington for real, or is that just a Rico thing?
They are for real, but I don't like it. I think Kansas beats them.
They play like a super high scoring style.
I watched the title game the other day. They're just not like they can shoot a little bit. They're just not super athletic.
No.
Like, I just feel like they're gonna have matchup problems with Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas is a tough draw for them.
Okay, so let's say the 13, 14, 15, 16 seeds. Just off the top of your heads, is there anybody out there like let's say like a Colgate at 14 who plays Arkansas? Is there somebody out there that we better watch? I think
I wish I'm Abilene Christian's actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're
playing Texas. They got them so pumped to get what a dream for them to get to play UT.
Exactly.
I like it for that factor where it's like all the Texas kids not getting recruited by them, a little chip on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Texas is a tough draw in terms of athleticism.
Tough to hear that for you when you have them in the Final Four. I don't think they're gonna win. I don't think they're gonna beat them, but that's a team to watch out for. And I wish they weren't playing Florida State.
like Alabama's got to face Rick Pitino in the first round. Iona. I don't know how good they are.
I guess I'll say this. I picked Bama to make the Final Four in that bracket.
That's
I
fair.
think people are a little asleep on the SEC. I think Bama. They've been
the title game yesterday was unbelievable.
No.
We talk about like everyone keeps saying like, they're finally going to not make threes. Finally going to not make threes. They got like 8 guys that can shoot threes.
They didn't make many. They actually shot bad yesterday and still won.
That's what I'm saying. I think
tournament.
I'm in on Bama. I think they're going to make a deep run.
The Big Ten and the SEC tournaments were the two best tournaments. SEC tournament was phenomenal.
That championship game, I'm talking
Unbelievable.
Really good.
And you had a bet, Brandon. Your bet was under 160 at Bama money line, and Bama wins 80-79 when LSU's tip rims out. I mean, I saw that. I was like, that's not even real.
Did you see Nate Oates? That's what he was saying, right? He was saying, get the fuck out of my gym.
Yes, 100%. Also, Arkansas, between Arkansas, LSU, and Alabama, those coaches hate each other. Like, they legit do, and I know for a fact.
I think everybody
LSU and Bama got into it pregame.
Great rivalries.
Okay, so since we're talking about the SEC, there's the one team I don't really believe in Arkansas that much.
I don't either anymore.
I don't believe in
why
Arkansas.
you guys don't.
I don't see, like, I look at LSU, I look at Alabama, I just see talent, individual talent. Everybody on the floor can score. Arkansas, I just don't see it as much.
Moses Moody's
But
very
I
good.
think I think we're getting a little much with LSU just because we saw like they got a good had a good run in the SEC tournament.
I just think they're playing their best basketball, and scoring wise, they've got 4 guys and go get it.
For sure. I don't want to like discredit them, but I just think that we're giving almost too much credit to them right now because what we saw them do recent.
I worry about them not showing up against St. Bonnie's.
Yes.
A little bit because they seem
yeah.
like they play up to the big names and big jerseys.
Yes.
And like they know they got Michigan second round and they're coming out of this SEC tournament. I worry about their effort in that game 1.
So
just for Arkansas, I just think Colgate's. I think that's going to be like a legitimate good game.
That's a good game.
Because even watching them, they're a team where like they can shoot the ball, but they have like legit athletes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I know nothing about Colgate.
I'm not going to sit here and like.
Rico
I know that Donald Foyle played for Colgate.
Rico made me watch Colgate so much.
I watched them a few times and then I really watched the entire game they played yesterday in the conference championship game. They can shoot and they have athletes.
You want to know a stat about
Like
Colgate?
their players, their best players was the conference player of the year. He can legitimately might be the best player on the floor.
There's nothing I want more than a stat about Colgate.
That stat I read last week about 19 out of the last 20 tournament winners have these 5 stats. Colgate moved into that category.
Oh.
It's now Michigan, Virginia, Florida State, San Diego State, BYU, Oregon, Liberty, Drake, and Colgate.
Oh, that's a lot. That's
know
more. It was
who-
only like 5 teams last week,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
correct. All of those 5 teams stayed in Drake, Colgate, Oregon.
Don't like that
and
Michigan's
Florida
in it, 'cause
State
I got
jumped
Michigan
in.
going.
I want to give just a shout out to one of the funniest tweets I've ever seen from Bunky Perkins yesterday. He said it's a time honored battle as long as time. Arkansas against hygiene. Arkansas against Colgate. The toothbrush thing. I thought it was hilarious. Arkansas against hygiene.
That's what you.
I thought it was hilarious, man.
I love that. You know whose draw I really really love?
Who?
Purdue.
All right, so Purdue is
a team. First of all, what Purdue did against Ohio State was so dumb. In the end of the game, why'd they take Williams out? But seriously, you saw it happening.
What an answer.
He scored. He was the best player. He was like literally unstoppable, and they took him out with 3 minutes left overtime, and then just didn't score. That's exactly. That's why I think Purdue.
If you listen to me talk Ohio State basketball this year, I've brought up his name many times that we have had zero answer for him in all 3 games we played against them.
He was unstoppable. They just took him out. Purdue their draw with a hurt Villanova in the second round, then North Texas. North Texas isn't someone to blink past, but
They're in the one with Ohio State.
By the way,
that's a fucking. I could see that coming
No,
back.
I could legitimately see Ohio State Purdue as the Elite Eight.
and that's
really
the last thing you would want. That's probably the
I
last.
think,
No, I'd
I
play-
think we would welcome that.
No, I'd play him again.
Yeah, of course you would, but
You'd rather have Purdue than
Because
Baylor.
even the times we lost to them, the first time we lost to them, Liddell was out. The second time we just played a horrible game. We're winning the whole. It was kind of the reverse. What happened? We played horrible. We were winning the whole game. We played awful, and we just kind of gave it up at the end.
You guys are terrifying to watch. Absolutely. I don't see
The
how.
end of games are just nuts.
Yeah,
But I will just. Dwayne Washington. This
He's
dude.
dirty.
I will just on big games. I will just ride this fucking horse until it fails me.
No, he's dirty.
Because I see people on Twitter being like, "Oh, lucky shots, lucky shot." I'm like, he's been doing this all year long. The guy just makes tough shots.
So-
Is Young? How's he doing?
I think he's going to be back.
So,
Concussion.
I,
See, and that was a big problem the second half of the Purdue game. If he
Yeah.
plays, I think we win that game, no problem.
Yeah, he was shooting the lights out that game too.
And that was an anomaly, but he's our best interior defender. So once we don't have him, we have
Yeah, he
legitimately
doesn't shoot that well
we have,
usually.
Nah, that was an anomaly.
He's your
He was
glue
on
guy.
fire.
Yeah.
He's a glue guy.
I
He's like
hate
the
him.
hustle, big
Can't
white
stand
guy.
That's the point. Yeah, he's
Can't stand
But
you're supposed to hate him.
but once he came out, Williams really started feasting. Because then we have Liddell, Liddell is a great player. He's 6'7". It's hard to have him guarding like a 7-footer.
He did not miss. Williams didn't miss. Just
we-
every time,
he just-
same move, boom, boom, boom.
Once
boom.
Young was out, we just had no one that had the size to hang
Yeah.
with him inside.
I know why you like Purdue's their little bracket here because they match up with Villanova. Villanova without their point guard. Therefore, I have Winthrop. I always want to pick at least one double-digit seed to make the Sweet 16. I got Winthrop beating Villanova and beating Purdue.
So what I said about this, I said everyone's going to look at the Villanova game as Winthrop's lost one game. Mm-hmm. Villanova's hurt. I think that's a coach game where Jay Wright comes out and just he gets them through that first game, and then I don't think they get blown out by Purdue. Not blown out, but I think they lose to Purdue. But Winthrop's a really fucking good team, so that's
All right, Ben Mintz, do you have your Final Four?
I can do one. I mean,
Why don't you do one? Why don't you work one up? Big Ev, you told me that you've got Alabama.
yes.
Who are the other three?
Ohio State. I just love their seeing that bracket. Gonzaga because I just think it's too easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Illinois. I just think that they're playing the best basketball right now.
So I got Gonzaga, Texas, Ohio State, and Illinois. Who do you think? Who do you have?
before I go, whenever I think the most chalkiest bracket's going to be chalk, that's the craziest one.
Yes, correct.
Gonzaga's probably going to be the craziest bracket.
Gonzaga
now.
to me feels like the chalkiest bracket. Like I have Gonzaga going all the way to play Iowa, the 1 versus the 2, and in the Sweet 16 I got the 1 versus the 4 and the 2 versus 6.
Exactly.
So it's very chalky. Yeah.
That's when usually crazy shit happens. Mine, this is not my official one. This was what I did last night.
None of this is
literally.
official. We can change it tomorrow if we want
Yeah,
to.
Good.
for
Okay,
sure.
good. That's what
I
I'm
have
saying. I don't
not
get locked in.
deep dove into it yet. Deep dived. Mine is Gonzaga. I have to look at yours. Gonzaga,
So you got
Michigan,
okay.
UNC,
What?
That's what I said.
UNC, and Illinois.
North Carolina. You've got North Carolina.
I
beating
think
Wisconsin
North
and beating
Carolina
Baylor.
is a brutal matchup for Baylor.
Why?
Brutal.
What's brutal?
I
about
think Baycott is going to hammer them in the inside, and I know. And Baylor
They
is
are
just.
big.
this isn't
North
putting your nuts
Carolina's
on the
big.
table. I respect it. I just don't believe it.
That's fine. There's so on the offensive rebounds where Baylor's kind of they're a lot guard heavy, and where I just think that UNC is not a team you want to play in your second round when you're a 1 seed.
I can see that.
Yeah, looking at the 8s and the 9s, I don't know that I'd really. I guess Oklahoma is somebody that I'd rather play Mizzou than Oklahoma. I'd rather play St. Bonaventure's than LSU. I'd rather play Wisconsin than North Carolina,
For sure.
and I wouldn't want to play either of Loyola, Chicago, or Georgia Tech.
No.
No.
Especially with Illinois, they've emotionally spent so much, and they had to. There's no way they haven't. They're going to be faced if Loyola Chicago wins that first round. They're going to be facing a team that just wants their death. This would be the biggest day in the history of Loyola Chicago, and I know they just made the Final Four. If they could have a chance to beat Illinois out of this tournament at number 1 seed, so I think Illinois got the most dangerous 8 and 9. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Georgia Tech, I can't believe they're 9. I mean, literally, it's like I said, I've spent a lot of time bitching about the committee not giving any credit to the conference champions. All right, I got my quick Final Four here for you, Brandon. Gonzaga, Florida State, because I really like their draw at the 4, and then a Baylor, and then Oklahoma State.
Oh, so nobody said Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State
that
get
was
Illinois.
mine.
I think Oklahoma State
No, but
get Illinois.
aren't they in North?
I think it's
Illinois. That's a Sweet
Oh, they're in
16.
it's
Illinois.
Illinois.
That
I
could be
didn't I didn't have Illinois much. I had Oklahoma State.
So you got Oklahoma State, North Carolina, and
That
the two
was
number
it.
1 seeds, Gonzaga, Michigan.
I think Oklahoma State they have a little chip,
Oklahoma State, Florida State.
little chip on the shoulder being 4. I think, and Cade Cunningham could literally just take over
That's
any
just-
game.
I feel like
You
you
just-
can take the tournament over, man. I
You
think
just
he's
know
the guy.
that's a tough
Yeah.
out.
So
Yeah.
I did circle this. I think the best possible Sweet 16 matchup in the entire tournament is Illinois against Oklahoma State.
Oh,
For sure.
That
Oh,
would
what a
love to
game.
see
That's
that.
a sexy game. So I love that. Yeah, Oklahoma State's I feel like they're going to be a very trendy pick this week.
No, that's very.
Oh, yeah.
Their odds are
For
gonna
sure.
Florida
suck.
State is a team I pick almost every year,
Yeah.
at least to the
It's
Elite
so
8 or
easy
Sweet
to
16
take
or the
them.
Final 4. I'm shying away from them this year because it's never happened. So that means
I like
this year it's going
I
to happen.
really like that Colorado Georgia. That I think they got a good draw to get to the Sweet 16.
Florida State?
Yeah, Colorado or Georgetown second round. I like that, and then Michigan kind of looks vulnerable, like you said.
Yeah, Florida State Sweet 16's easy, I think.
I don't
That's
know.
kinda part of it.
I've convinced myself that Michigan's already peaked and they're going to get beat, and I don't know how I can talk myself out of it. I might be completely wrong.
If you
I need to know what Liver's foot is. Is Liver's foot still attached?
it's broken.
They have no idea yet.
Well, if it's broken, they
No,
haven't.
it says like a stress fracture.
But could that be worse? I mean,
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
know.
I didn't know either. So
The radio room is under construction. Somebody asked a question. Radio. So presumably, we have been told we will possibly be in there by Wednesday.
Yeah, but you want to talk about like the plans for later this week as well? Just so you
Yeah, I
get
will.
heads up.
Right now, we got the radio room, as you know, which is across the hall here. The mural has been painted over. The desk has been stripped out. Everything's being taken out, and they're building it back. I saw some chairs that I think are going to go in that room. Some TVs, perhaps.
We're getting chairs.
We're getting chairs. We're getting
Huge.
TVs. They're specialty chairs. They're not like the chairs we've been sitting
know.
in. So
What
we
does
got
that mean? You know those chairs that you guys have been sitting in there are $1,500 each.
Well, they should get a refund.
that shit.
You know that these chairs we're sitting in now are very expensive.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, who's in charge of the chair budget
think?
around here?
Those were serious as chairs.
What do you think? Who's
Pete?
picking the chairs? Yep.
Well, you've got a thing against all business Pete. I'm not going to allow that.
No,
right now.
I have nothing. It's just Rico. Rico says he talks to him like he's a child.
So later this week, by the way, how was Chicago?
It was awesome. The city's back. It's fucking.
I think every
The Green
city's-
River looked tight.
Yeah, Green River was out.
What'd you
The
say?
bar we're in.
They died that
I just want
Green River looked tight.
tight. You saying tight?
Green River's tight.
Yeah. I think I got 10 years younger with one.
I think Jonah Hill has forever just stolen that.
I don't know if I could have gotten away with tight. That's
Weed is tight.
Green. It sounded good as hell though. If I'm being honest.
The bar we're at it's fucking huge.
So I don't. Have you? Are you going?
I'm going.
Bam. All right. So later this
We're
week.
from Chicago. Right?
Yeah, later this
Sir,
week,
first time.
we're all
Never
going
been.
back. We're all going back to Chicago.
Except for me.
He's going back. I'm going to lay yours out too. So me, Big Ev, and Marty will be heading out to Chicago along with a lot of other gambling people to do the first 2 rounds of the tournament.
Brandon's leaving out as a producer again. TJ
Yeah, I'll
will
be there.
Okay.
TJ,
I
Rutgers,
got you.
baby.
Chicago.
TJ's going. Yeah. So
I can't wait till Clemson beats.
4 fest of this room.
I have merch for everyone except you for Friday, by the way.
Oh, I don't. I'll
I'll
buy my
wear
own
the
Clemson
shit out.
one.
Yeah.
2X.
I got everybody.
Yeah.
I'll wear my own
Okay.
Clemson one.
Get me the New Jersey's finest 3X.
I have a bunch of stuff. They sent me some stuff. Shout out
Okay,
to
so
Rutgers.
we're headed out to Chicago, and there will be a gambling competition this week where apparently we're going to be paired up, and we'll be competing for some thousands of dollars. I don't know
Nice.
the
$5,000
complete
each.
the complete. Okay, so it's 10 grand.
Yep.
So we'll be competing
Hell
for
yeah,
10
good for
grand
y'all.
in a betting competition. Do you know who you're paired up with yet?
Yes.
Who?
I believe my understanding I'm paired up with Carl.
Carl.
It's tough for
Me
you.
and Carl will be a team.
Illinois, Ohio State's tough.
Oh.
He's been talking a lot of Ohio State shit.
Yeah.
And who are you paired with?
Spider. Awesome.
How'd you pull that
Yeah,
off?
that's a good
I
player.
just Dan to
Spider's is good
Spider's
vibes.
a good vibe guy. I need that. I'm a little scared though because I know he's gonna want me to bet on St. Bonnie's.
And who would be the biggest disaster I could be paired with?
Well, so I was asked actually before which one, and I actually gave a worse one for you personally. So you should be asked.
I'm going to guess White Sox Dave.
I am paired with White Sox Dave.
I had a guess that I thought would have been. See, even though he's been He's not well right now, so I thought you and Frank the Tank would be hilarious.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
No, but
him and
you
Frank.
no, but you
you.
No, you
because
would
he would be freaking out, and he would just be like, "Oh, whatever."
I think you would like being with Frank. I think.
I don't think he would, because I think
I
he'd be
would-
taking it very serious, and Frank would not.
If I could take a number one pick, I might take Frank.
That's what
Really?
I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd like it. You know.
Oh, because
I think Frank
he would just let you.
I
make
think
the
Frank would give
bets.
control, which is what he's going to have.
See, that's where me and Carl. I'm hoping that he. See, Carl's watching some college basketball too. We'll have to talk some strategy, me and Carl.
Yeah, and I'm going to have
Well-
White Sox Dave. I can go ahead and tell you right now, he's going to act like he's going to give me control at first, and then he's never going to shut the fuck up.
In
That's
just
my
to
read as well.
let you know, this weekend, White Sox Dave was like, this guy kept hitting threes, hitting twos, blocking. She goes, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Cade Cunningham. That's what it is. I was like, that guy. He's like, "What do you mean? How am I supposed to know?" It's like he's the number one.
I mean-
You don't even have to watch
But that's where
basketball.
you have
know.
to see. There's points where you have to use that against him as like a checkmate. Just be like, you don't even know what the fuck. You don't know anything that's going on. I'm making the pick.
I
Make
feel
a
like
rule
I'm-
like if you can't name one player on a team, you're not allowed to make a pick for the game. You
I
can put
feel-
that as a rule. Or something.
I feel like I'm just going to bring like a Game Boy Advance or something and just give it to him. Like here's play this baseball
Just
game.
give
It's
him
like the kids,
Warzone.
you just give them the iPad.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just
It's
going to
gonna
give
be
him the
awesome.
iPad
iPad.
and some melatonin.
Mincy will not be staying in New York. You're also going out on the road. You're blazing your own trail, carving your own path here at Barstool. You're heading out to Blackhawk.
Yeah, they're going to the new frontier, baby, Colorado. Going out west. Excited. We got a $1 million Barstool Sportsbook we opened last year at the Ameristar Blackhawk. Super nice property, 30 miles west of Denver. Playboy Marty going with me, and we're going to bang out a bunch of content. Going to be going live from the sportsbook and doing all kinds of stuff. And, man, I love Colorado. Can't
Did
wait
you
to get
say
out west.
blazing on purpose?
Is there a woman using a vibrator
I
somewhere in
believe
here?
I think it's the
The
drilling
construction.
From
Oh, the drilling.
radio
Oh, so they're not recording.
I mean,
color
it could be.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. What'd you say?
Did you use blazing on purpose?
I did
said
not.
it. I said
Pretty
blazing.
good. No, he did.
Yeah.
You did.
No, I.
You
I
said
said
blazing.
Blazing in the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't say it on purpose. I'm not that clever.
All right.
I didn't mean to do it either, but I am excited as hell about Colorado.
And you will be smoking marijuana.
Maybe it's possible. Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure.
Are you mad? Are you mad that Playboy Marty just walked in this company with a better name than you? Like, what if you had thought of Playboy
Oh,
Marty first?
So when I didn't know who Playboy Marty was, I was like, man, that's a great name.
That's
But
a-
he's also just like doesn't look like a Playboy Marty. That's why I also like it more.
That's
Makes
what's
it
funny.
better.
The Jewish,
Yeah.
the,
Way
the
better.
Jewish dude, the
Yeah.
Jewish fro, Playboy Marty's hilarious.
Also, did you hear my stat though? That only one team in the past 8 years have won their conference tournament and won the championship.
Really?
Villanova in 2018.
Wow. Okay.
Louisville in 2013 doesn't count.
Okay. Well, it should.
Doesn't count.
It should.
I
I mean,
don't-
if we're talking about, I
Does
mean,
it
as
count?
far as that stat, then yes, it counts.
No, it doesn't.
Well, if you're using it to say that, they usually don't win it. I mean, Louisville won the championship and won the conference championship, so they definitely. If I'm using that as a gambling perspective, I don't care if it got taken away later.
If
They
I went to go
absolutely
look
did.
it up, Louisville's not there.
I'll look it up. It's not there.
But don't you agree? If we're using it as a gambling information,
But even
Louisville did do it.
two in the last 8's like
That's
one sounds way better.
one sounds way better.
But you have to think about it. If Illinois, they won 3 games in the conference tournament. Was it 3?
Yes, 3.
9 in a row is tough.
Oh, okay. All right. So wait a minute. I just realized. Yes, I'm gonna do the sponsor now. I just realized new sponsors this week, and it is. I don't even need to read the ad copy.
Oh wow! Can't wait to hear
This
this.
Revitalight is my favorite thing that Barstool does. I don't know if you've ever had it. Okay, Revitalight is something that helps you. It helps you get over hangovers. If you're going out, you want to take care of yourself. It's the same. It's on the same aisle as Pedialyte, but it's also available in liquor stores and all that stuff. But their strawberry drink is the best drink I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
I am not concerned about my health whatsoever, but I will go drink the Revitalight strawberry because it is that damn delicious. But it does have incredible benefits for you. Revitalight, an adult version of the popular electrolyte drink, most commonly found in baby aisles and retail pharmacies. Revitalight engineered to taste better and be more convenient for us, and it is delicious. Were you about to say something?
Yeah, because it's like when you used to go and you're in the baby aisle, you always felt like a weirdo. You know, some mom's like got a baby in her hand trying to get diapers and stuff. Now this is the adult version, and a good thing to do is drink half of it at night, half in the morning.
If you're having a good time, I know you like to have a good time. You like to have a good time in a past life. You like to have a good time.
True.
You drink half of it at night, half of it in the morning. You feel good, but also it just tastes incredible. I can't get over this stuff. The stuff that helps you get over hangovers and stuff usually doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
This stuff is phenomenal. I love it. I can't. I stole 6 of them and took them home. All right, I didn't want to tell anybody that. It wasn't that important, but I took 6 of them home. All right, took 6 strawberries.
Wow.
It's good stuff.
It's good
Great stuff.
Revitalight cures hangovers. Is clinically proven to treat mild and moderate dehydration. Go to Revitalight.com. Check it out. It is delicious in liquor stores and retailers nationwide. Revitalight. I love that shit.
So good.
All right, what else you want to talk about? We're still talking about the tournament.
So Shaq Barrett just signed a big deal.
Shaq Barrett with the
Bucks.
The Bucks, yeah.
paid him. Yeah, didn't Brady restructure when Brady took a 2-year deal through 2022 that cleared $19 million or something?
Yeah, well, the Bucks are probably going to be good.
Wow.
News at 11.
That's what they said on Get Up this morning. The top stories were Drew Brees and then the Bucks potentially going undefeated next year.
Okay, that's a little much.
I'm telling you that. Yeah, that was their top 3. Was
Undefeated.
It's literally
Brees,
like-
the Bucks
that's
going
like-
undefeated.
I mean,
and
they
then
had to go on the road in the playoffs this year. I don't think they're going undefeated.
Yeah.
Right?
That's like if like an SNL skit did like a troll of like Get Up. That's like what they would say.
Yes. Yeah.
The third story was the bracket coming out.
That's insane.
That was the third story
That
on
was
Get
the
Up?
third biggest story.
They put the Bucks over the bracket?
Yep, that was number
That's
2.
crazy to me. I know people say like college basketball. Like I know the NFL is way bigger, but right now,
Oh, especially
People
when
are
we
talking
didn't have a
about
tournament
college.
last
The
year.
biggest
So I mean,
day.
everyone knew Drew Brees was retired.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying.
Like,
Like,
it's not like
like
No
even
one-
Brandon asked me about it. It's like
no one
everything's been said already.
in
you
the
know?
world woke up this morning besides Stephen Che was like the Bucks are going undefeated, or even thought.
I
about
didn't
the
think
Bucks.
Stephen Che would say the Bucks are going undefeated. He likes to be like right in the middle of
He
his
wants to be a
predictions.
12-4.
Correct. He
Yeah.
wants that 12-4. He wants to be able to yeah, he's a smart guy.
team with a little bit of character.
Yeah.
A few
There it
chinks
is.
in the armor.
Yep. Let's see.
There's been one team that's been undefeated and won the championship, the NCAA championship. Indiana, right? That was it.
76.
Yep.
That's the last time, because then
Yep.
the last couple were Wichita State, no.
Kentucky.
Kentucky, no. It was Indiana.
St.
Larry
Joe's,
Bird's.
St. Joe's 2004. When
Larry-
Jameer Nelson and Devontae
Larry Bird lost in
Devontae
the Final
West.
Four.
So, they lost to in the national championship game.
Michigan
Were they
State.
undefeated? I
Yeah.
didn't know Indiana State was undefeated. There.
Yeah, they were undefeated. There was another one that Duke beat. I forget, though.
76 was also the last year Duke and Kentucky both not in the tournament.
Yeah, that's a long.
Was
ass
UNLV
time.
Also-
when Duke beat UNLV? Were they undefeated?
I think they probably
yes.
were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the one.
Yeah, I think they were. Yes, 1976, the last time neither Duke or Kentucky were in the.
You know who was in the
NCAA.
Final Four that year?
Indiana. Not Rutgers. Rutgers? Oh, good for them.
Yes, sir.
Put some respect on
I
that,
can name
Brandon.
some, like 77, I think
Scarlet
Marquette won it
Knights.
all.
Was that Al McGuire?
Yep.
You mind getting me Clemson gear?
No.
Why would he get you Clemson gear?
Just wanted to see what his reaction would be, because
I
Clemson's going to
have
beat
some
them.
Clemson gear.
Do you?
Yeah, they
You
sent
bring
me
it for me?
Yeah, it'll be.
That's fine.
Yeah, it makes me look like I have titties, so it doesn't.
I'm
fit
still
very
always
well.
regret that I missed that camp, that little locker room tour.
Oh yeah.
Where at
I got-
Clemson?
Why
I
didn't
got-
you go?
I got way too drunk. That
Where,
I,
where,
Okay.
where at Clemson?
I was
Yeah,
I was
At the Rock? You fucking see
disgustingly
the Rock?
hungover.
We saw all of it.
Don't you come? They come down the student
First of all,
section?
the,
I was very upset.
Howard's Rock at Clemson, the most overrated thing in college football. It's
it's
just
overrated?
yeah, the hill. It's like it's not
I
that.
think the hill's stupid.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's also like you're going to get injured.
But we went to the slide they have and
Yeah.
I went down the slide. Of course,
I was very upset. I was in shape where I was still in bad shape right before the show started.
Did you and Dan both go down the slide?
yes, I had to go
I
down
was
the slide
upset
to get
that I
away
missed
from a
it.
security guard. Like Dan and our walking guide went down first, and just as I was going down, security guard came around the corner. Was like, "What are you doing in here?" Because I didn't have a badge or anything. He said, "What are you doing in here?" I said, "Well, I'm on a tour with them." And I pointed down, and he said, "Who are them?" I said, "Well, that's Clemson." And the Clemson guy was like, "Hey, yeah, I got them." And said, "Who is that?" And then I realized, no, I said, "Dan, I'm being held up here." And Dan said, "There's a slide." So I got on the slide and went down. It was a good slide. I heard. Okay, so. This was the first year since like 1991 or 1981 that the ACC championship game didn't have Duke or North Carolina.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
40 years?
30. I think it was 91.
Oh, 91.
I
Still
think it was
30
91.
years.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. that they've owned that conference. It's a good conference. Like there's been other
so many good teams. Yeah,
Maryland's won a national title in that conference. Virginia's won a national title in that conference. There's been a bunch of good teams. It's shocking that only those two teams have played for the title.
You think the ACC was just overrated for like decades?
No.
Because of those teams?
The fact that they just ruled for so long, like no one even came and really like you've had kind of Florida State as of recently.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Though, Maryland in the 2000s a little bit, but
you have had teams. It's like the SEC in football. Alabama owns the SEC in football, but LSU won the title last year. So there are teams that can show up every now and then and rise up to that level. And like Maryland 2002, Virginia in a couple years ago.
Yep,
so there are teams that can get up there on a 1 year, but on the macro level. Which one's small? Micro. Macro's the bigger.
Macro's big.
Yeah,
On the macro level, Duke and North Carolina always come back to dominate.
I guess you could kind of say, can't you say that like the SEC in football will be overrated then because Alabama's always at the top?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, but other teams can't win it. Auburn won it.
Right.
LSU.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I'm not saying they are.
No, it's the same principle. I just bring it up. No, it's fair. The SEC football response was a fair comparison.
But yeah, wearing that Duke outfit is one of my biggest regrets.
Oh, man.
Finding out, and it's also Coach K's grandson.
Where was that hat? Did you leave that hat in like a crate?
I fell asleep on the hat.
That's why it was all lumpy?
He said it looked like it was in the bottom of a bucket.
Yeah, it was tough. It was a whole tough situation. Just the fact that like they didn't lose.
Drill.
She's right. That was a drill.
That was
a scream.
That was a scream.
No, that was a drill.
No, that was a female.
That was a drill. That was a drill. No, that was Mitzi, what was it?
Hot in here.
What? That scream sounded like a female scream. Is what it sounded to me.
3-1.
Mitzi just has no reaction until you ask him for one.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, female scream.
That's what it was. Go ask him if that was a drill or a woman screaming.
Ask who?
Why would there be a woman screaming in the office?
Something scary happens, or shocking.
You could see a mouse. We've
Or
had a mouse
violent.
problem in this office.
Yeah.
Mouse.
Can I
See a
be
mouse
honest?
run
I've
across
never
your
seen
leg.
a mouse in this
I
office.
haven't either, but actually, yes, I have once.
Before you get to
in the
that,
gambling cave.
has anybody been plus 200 to win the national
Is
championship?
that what Gonzaga is?
I think they have.
200.
I bet Kentucky. I bet when
Crazy.
Kentucky was undefeated, it was like
They were probably
they were probably like plus 120.
close to it. That 200's like that's crazy.
Still think it's a good bet.
Huh?
I was gonna say, is it even worth betting? But
No, I don't think it is. But Brandon bet it.
I
can't.
I put 100 to win 200.
You can't be like
fine, yeah.
you're wrong.
Yeah, I think they're going to win it. Okay, we talked Final Four, so let's do national champions. That's a good segue into doing a national champion. Oh my God, the
Yeah, we
time
have
really
7
got away
minutes.
from me.
I was gonna say I can do that.
I thought it was like 12:30.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Time flies when you're having fun.
48.
Time
Boys
flies when
just
you're
talking
having
about
fun.
college basketball.
Oh boy, here's
Fellas.
another one I love. Dude wipes. We need to have a serious chat about everybody's asshole. How's your asshole doing, Ev?
Cleaner now that we've got dude wipes.
Yep, you hate that
Little
scratchy toilet paper that itches you and just changes the rest of your day.
No good.
Nope, you want that wet, soft stuff. You want to get up in your butthole with the wetness.
little
That's what you
moist.
do. It's time to. Did somebody fart?
I'd tell you.
Oh, it'd be great timing if they did, but. Oh, it's time to quit shitty, scratchy toilet paper. Switch to Dude Wipes. They're extra large, flushable wipes made with plant source fibers designed to give your butt a cleaner, more refreshing finish than TP after dropping a deuce. Think about it, Ev. When you wash your face, hands, or body, you use water to get yourself clean. So why don't we use water to get our asshole clean?
Why are you asking that?
It's genius.
He's a bigger man. He's taking bigger poops.
I feel like
that's-
he's a.
It's
yeah.
an ordeal.
It's
Me
a
taking a
science.
shit's
Fair
like a
Science.
Fair.
I don't think I've taken a shit that took less than 15 minutes in like 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't want
It's a process.
He's a 10 wiper.
Oh, big time.
Go to dudewipes.com. Use WALK15 for 15% off your entire order. WALK15. Dudewipes.com. Go check them out. Dude Wipes.
Well, while we're talking about
put on Pick Central?
genitalia a little bit, Brandon, you saw the LSU fans and me got into it on Twitter after the Ole Miss LSU game Friday.
Right.
I was told, quote, "Suck that tiger dick, bitch," the old STTDB.
Yeah.
And I might have pointed out that maybe LSU fans shouldn't say that, considering everything that's going on with all the allegations against them. Am I out of line?
You're not out of line per se, but you're out of line as far as SEC code goes. Do you think LSU fans give one fuck about being having decorum? Do you think they give one fuck about?
No, but
being,
I'm not going to let them tell me
About
that, not
being
say
classy?
something. I had to say something.
LSU fans are just their response to you saying "Don't say suck that tiger dick, bitch" is just to say it more and louder. They're LSU fans. They're not classy. They don't want to be classy. I don't think any college fan base should be worried about being classy. But I think "suck that tiger dick, bitch" is really stupid. But they love it.
They'd love it.
They love it.
They love that STTDB.
If you were in on it, it'd be fun to say.
I would imagine so. Anything's more fun on the inside. I love cowbells. He loves nursery rhymes, but
Big nursery rhyme fan.
I don't suck that tiger dick, bitch. Especially remember that time.
Suck that.
Like
tiger.
suck that tiger dick,
Suck
bitch.
that
Like
tiger
that's
bitch.
your tiger dick.
Remember that?
Pretty awesome.
Remember that girl that
You
got
could sing it,
said it
too.
on CBS?
Yeah, it had a neck. They got banned.
Yeah, like suck that tiger dick, bitch.
I don't think that was it.
Is that what Les Miles was saying?
yeah.
And just hitting him with like
got
one of
it.
those.
Yeah.
All right, national champ Marty. National champ Mincy.
I don't want to pick.
I'm
mine
doing
yet.
Gonzaga, too.
Mine's not gonna be Gonzaga, but I don't want to pick mine yet.
Mine is Gonzaga. Big Ev, have you got one? And oh boy, I see it in his face. Never
Yeah.
mind.
No.
I want to say it. I want to say it.
All right, national champ does
Ohio
not.
State Buckeyes.
You gonna do this to yourself again?
Yeah. I just what I really want is
Damn sure am.
I just really want that rematch in the Final Four with Ohio State, Illinois. I really.
Oh, you would call.
I know we can beat them. We beat them already. I know that we can win that game.
That was a hell of a
I know we
comeback
can.
yesterday.
I know we can win that game.
If you had to put money on a conference to get two teams in the Final Four, would you pick the Big Ten or would you pick the Big 12?
Have to be
Big
Big
12.
Ten, I think.
You
I
pick
think
the
I
Big
picked
12?
I think just the way the bracket is formed, like I just think when you have two ones just to start off with,
Yeah.
and then another when you have Ohio
two twos as well.
Ohio State has a strong, and Iowa on that side. Ohio's just the way the bracket's set up for all the teams. Like I think with Oklahoma State getting a 4 and some of those, like I think Big Ten just got better draws to get to win.
So you like Baylor then, and you like, although you did pick North Carolina to go in the Final Four in that bracket.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wait, so did you have no Big 12 teams making the Final Four, but you think they have?
No, I had Oklahoma State in the Final
Oh, that's
Four.
right. That's right.
How about a value pick national champion, says Smitty version 2.0. A value pick national champion.
You gotta look at odds.
I think even though it's trendy, I think Oklahoma State has to be one of them.
What would be a value pick? That'd be anything.
I actually looked today.
Two
I'm pretty
seed
sure
or
there's
two seed or lower?
I'm pretty sure they're like 30-1, which is crazy.
Who? Oklahoma State?
Yes, but I think it's because they're a 4 seed. I think if they're a 2-3, it's much less. I think it's more like
Oklahoma
50.
State 30-1 is not terrible.
No, I think that's good.
They're 27-1 on the Barstool Sports.
All right, there you go. Not bad.
The Florida State 40-1 flyer doesn't look awful. I like that draw. I mean, I don't know if they can win it.
My problem with Florida State is you gotta heat them up. Like they haven't been all that hot. Like they lost Notre Dame, they lost North Carolina, then they lost Georgia Tech. They've got to get hot. Whereas these other teams, Oklahoma State closing down the stretch has been very hot.
They would have lost to Duke.
Okay.
Marty, you like Carolina 60-1.
What's Bama to win it all?
Bama's, I'm saying 40-1. 20-1. I'm sorry, 20. I apologize.
Brandon, you want to fly through
Arkansas
picks
40.
before we get out of here?
Oh, I forgot to do picks. Shit. Damn. I got Hornets minus 3.5 over Kings. Gonzaga plus 205 to win it all. Mavs money line over Clippers. Suns minus 7 against Grizzlies. Blackhawks money line over Panthers. Big Ev, you look ready?
I got Wizards plus 9.5, Pistons plus 3.5, Hornets minus 3.5, Knicks first quarter plus 2.5, end game plus 8. Also got a great thing on the sports book for Julius Randle double-double. Knicks to win outright plus 475. Mavs Clippers over 227 and Warriors plus 2.5.
Me and you are tightening it up at the top of this race, by the way.
MBF
All right, go ahead, Marty.
for 2 days.
They have a huge weekend.
MBF for 2. Yeah, I had one of the best gambling days of my life on Saturday.
Whenever you get a chance,
Yeah.
they'll stop talking.
Yep.
Marty?
Pistons plus 2.5, Clippers minus 1.5, Nuggets minus 4.5. I've watched one quarter of the NBA, so I'm guarantee I'm going to win.
Mine's will be. I got to catch up on NBA. I'll have some picks out in a few hours. I just didn't watch any NBA for the last 5 days. So
Neither did he.
Yeah.
I don't think he's watching.
He just said he didn't watch a single
No,
quarter.
no.
watched one quarter.
I'm going to catch up on it. I'm going to look at
quarter.
I'll have some picks in a couple hours. I know it's weak, but it's just being honest.
We don't have good clock situation. Yeah.
We got a minute.
And the Pelicans are the best team in the NBA now.
We need
Facts.
we need a good clock
Killed the
situation.
Clippers last
In the
night.
NBA, I love the home dogs. Love the home dogs.
Yeah.
Brandon, you're up 12 units this month. Do you
I
feel
know,
like you're
I'm
too
doing-
hot going into the tournament?
How much are Brandon
So
have?
the futures didn't count, correct?
No.
Correct.
I'm fine with that. I just wanted to.
Well, we can have that discussion later if you guys would like. I actually have no problem counting the futures.
I only just count.
I don't, and I'm someone who it would affect me positively. I'm good with not counting them.
Okay, so it would affect me negatively. I'm good.
It gets too messy. This is integrity.
We literally stopped doing it because of what Rico did.
Yeah, well, Rico is a different
9
animal.
futures in a golf
Also, because
tournament
it comes
in
back, because also it fucks you, because you go 0-10 in futures. Like, that's brutal.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Which is
Rico
very
Masters.
when, especially when you're taking
And usually not putting
30
the
to
full-
1s. When you
usually
take a
not putting
30
the
to
full
1 and it
unit on.
loses, and you're getting affected the same way as picking the -110. Brutal.
Hey, Cliff just gave us $5.
Thanks,
Yeah, he wants to give you a closet full of Clemson gear.
Win it.
No. Banned.
We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what the Yak's going to do with 4 mics. We'll see. That's Pick Central.